that rose in the ranks of hell.
Right.
It's the archdevil. She's best known for her unmatched martial arts. Herself, and that was her as an angel.
D'Artagnan.
You would never fall. It'd just be really boring.
I suggest we leave the crypts until we're done clearing the temple.
Yeah. Ain't nothing good popping out of them. Although, the fucker that's teleporting around...
He may not necessarily be our enemy.
that's what I'm thinking.
You do see that this abomination has sort of like signs of it being mummified. It also is wearing some jewelry, like no one has actually looted it.
Yep.
But we're just going to leave it for now.
Okay. Slake looks into the box. The other box is empty.
No, the other boxes are likely full, but there's shit inside that's gonna kick you in the teeth. So might as well finish the dungeon fest, you know?
Thogrim's gonna check the just detect magic on the creature, see if there's what magic's on the like this thing here.
On which one? Okay, so you're gonna go right now. You've got everyone and their mother between you and it for detect magic.
Yeah.
Including your mother.
Right. You get a little bit closer. Yeah, it's got some baubles. Like they may have been important enough to have been buried with some of their own personal wealth.
You know, while we're doing this, Widget is going to use his Pearl of Power to re-up his false life because we don't have a priest. So, you know, we're just going to...
How much damage did you take? 5? You're fine.
Oh, no, it'll give him a bunch of temporary hit points.
Yeah, very, very curious that devils are actually here, Mark. These weren't summoned. They died and their body is...
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, so he's going to detect magic, see what magic items are on it, and he's going to remove those magic items.
Okay.
This is the first one.
The first one is an amulet. Mighty Fists +1. It may also have an additional something to do about grappling.
Cool.
So you're grabbing that?
Sure.
Okay, give me a fort save.
Oh dear, oh my, oh dear, oh my, oh dear. Good Hope still running?
This is against a
Oops.
magical disease curse.
38.
Okay, you're unaware that anything happened. You remove the amulet.
Unaware that anything happened.
It has a ring or two that might be magical.
What part of leave it alone to have done?
Fine.
Look, you picked it up now. You may as well keep it. Don't touch anything else.
Dare you to lick it.
Don't, because he might.
Aemon, you got blood on you.
You better pick it up now. You better pick it up now, or I'm gonna smash it all. Which door are we going through?
Big dingus. The
Barnabus is
Barnabus
closest,
is
and he's not distracted by looting. Barnabus can hear coming from behind that door. Whatever it is, the quibbling sends a bit of a shiver up your spine.
We've got company. Let's go check the door for traps.
Similar to what you've seen throughout this place, there may have at one point been a ward here, but it's been removed. You fiddle with the mechanism, the door opens, revealing just a little alcove. There's another door.
Quick check for traps.
Hold on, how he repositions.
Before entering the alcove.
Okay. The thing also has a circlet, Thogrim.
No, he said leave it, so like, right, fine.
Okay.
Pay attention to what we're doing here.
Oh, that's a fucking problem. I don't like those sounds at all. They're gonna take a crap behind this chest of wonder and get an angle on it.
Okay. It sounds like a crying old woman speaking in old Vulcane.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that. So.
This is all wrong.
Yeah.
No.
If there's no if there's no traps, he's gonna go and check to see if that door is unlocked.
Okay. Yeah, the big stone doors. It is unlocked.
Okay. Flies back here. I even open the door.
Oh, you prick. I didn't open the door. I need to find a way.
Aemon opens the door.
Okay.
Widget is readying a anti-undead something or other.
I'd say that's a good call based on this token.
Well, before I didn't see the token.
Oh, before the door gets open.
I have a staff of necromancy.
The room beyond that tiny antechamber appears to be some sort of, by the number of shelves, like a library of sorts. The shelves are very dusty. Many of them have been smashed. The tables are empty. Many of them have fallen apart. The scrolls and books and tomes that once were here have been looted long ago. There is, wandering up amongst the rows of broken shelves and furniture, is a glowing and transparent woman with dress that is several centuries, if not from the time from the time of the settlers.
It's a hipster. Hold on,
is fretting. Like she seems to be very distraught as she's going up and down the rows. And let's just zoom in on that Poonam.
Hold on, Dad. Stop.
Is somebody casting a spell or?
Yeah, Widget wanted to was readying his staff of necromancy, something to stop undead. So he wants to halt undead.
Okay. Do you speak Old Vulcane?
Thogrim does.
Barnabus does as well.
Okay, she seems to be fretting about the state of the library. In addition, about Diderus.
Oh. Maybe I shouldn't halt undead, but I'm halting undead because I'm freaked out.
my poor Diderus. Library. What happened to it? And then you cast Halt Undead.
No.
All right, it's just a will save?
If it's got a mind, it's a will save.
Oh, it's got language, it's got a mind. The mind might not all be there.
It's just it's got parts of a mind at least.
Yep.
Alright, so this is a necromancy. It is third circle. So DC 25.
Wow. Okay.
Widget's fixed himself.
In
He used the book.
In 18?
Okay, so it's basically like a whole person for the.
Yep, the ghost is stopped and she's shimmering. She was like looking over her shoulder to to see the noise, and
I'm just gonna hold it there. You guys go do the thing. Just
all right, go. The rest of you can take a round before she gets to roll again.
Go ahead, Slake.
Yeah, fuck you. 55. He doesn't even step around the furniture. He's going through the old shelves.
He's just flushing the furniture, whatever.
Yep, so he moves, and his attacks are considered magical. So he can actually harm ghosts, which is an important thing to note.
Yes.
He's going to punch a ghost. A paralyzed ghost. Yeah, he hits it. He does half damage. He does 24 damage to the ghost. It's still there. She seems to be getting much angrier. Aemon goes running in with his blade.
He'll
There you go. Whack the crap out of it.
attack twice. There's no bard song up right now, so 38.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. It took damage.
Yeah.
Okay, it gets its turn. Like,
Oh.
like it's now in the initiative again.
Okay. Yeah, we're just going to add that to the initiative.
Like, it lets everybody set up to hit it. Mm-hmm. Those guys sound sneaky from the back and whack it with my stick.
All right, I'll remove the mosaic creatures, and then we've got the ghostly, I don't know, librarian.
Oh, that was the wrong. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, let's just see if it goes before Aemon did. No, Aemon is before the ghost. So
I hit once and I get another
Yeah.
attack on it.
Yeah.
It was plus 28, so it's plus 23.
Slake only went in and punched it once. So
AC 31.
that hits.
Alright, so.
Next time, you all surround it and then hit it at the same time together. Hey, what does Slake know about a health undead?
27, 30. So 18 and 20.
18 and 20.
That's
30
after it's half.
Yeah, 38. Okay. 50, 62. Oh, it has. All right, it's flickering. Like it's trying very hard to be on the material plane. All right, so Aemon's gone, Slake is gone. Widget is the one that cast the spell. Thogrim and Howie, are you doing anything? It goes last. It rolled poop. Ahmed, are you doing anything?
Can he see him from there?
There is cover.
Move in to 30 feet from the thing.
Okay.
You can see it. Howie
Master,
aims.
are we fighting the glowing old woman?
Yes, Howie. Take your aim. So he moved. Vital strike.
Vital strike.
So much for your library. Probably still hit.
the word library is close enough to the old Vulcane word for book depository that she's starting to freak. Her face is turning rapidly into something that is not a kind old lady.
We don't want the.
I need to. It just takes 50% damage.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. Uh, 35, 38.
38.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dad don't have. You did
So-
the 100 hit points that was required, and you saw a glimpse of her angry face before she disappeared.
To look like, oh shit.
There was a wave of dread that came off of that spot. I think you got her.
Slake, next time we do that, you all have to 1, 2, 3 hit them together, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
All right. Leave the library alone.
Does Aemon take damage from his own sword?
Oh, yes, he does.
Widget returns himself invisible again, so he can.
Take 6.
Okay. Widget, you heard something scrape from within the sarcophagus that you were standing next to.
Fuck that.
Like something shifted.
Nope. Nope.
Go to sleep.
No,
Go
you
to
refuse.
sleep. It's not time to wake up yet. Don't wait for me.
Barnabas, the Nagaji used this room as a library, and then it was probably looted, and then the sage diviner Diderus used this as a library, and then it was probably looted. Like you see little scraps of edges of pages, and like a broken scroll tube, and a pile of books that has moldered away through no care.
Savages.
Yeah, there might be something left in here, but
We'll check it later.
Things open. I'm sorry, how do these things open?
they are square lids.
Okay, before Widget goes away, he's gonna.
They would you'd have to lift them up, and then you could just tip them whichever way.
He's just gonna put his immovable rod on top of this one just to make certain that whatever's in there can stay in there. He's just gonna, before we go, we're gonna tell him to go to sleep and then put an immovable rod over his head.
Smart, very smart. Like I heard something. When you put the movable rod, you heard something like shift, and in your mind you could just like it's like the coils of the snake shifting slightly.
We're just that might be crazy. We're just gonna put that there.
By the looks of these stone doors, both of them marked in a similar way on both sides of this this oddly shaped trapezoidal room. This is likely a seat of power on the other side. Whether it's 2 seats of power or like those on lower rank would go and talk to the higher ranking caste of the snake people in the next room.
Yeah.
There are signs that holy symbols or like semi-precious, you imagine like jade symbols of snakes or of Mershulk have been pried away from the stones long ago. In one of the empty spots, a large one, a stylized D has been carved into it, and this carving is Old Vulcane script. It's not Nagaji or Yuan Ti script. You saw the D on the other door, suggesting that, well, Diderus used this.
Diderus used the place, yes.
Yeah.
He made it his home.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Would a lot of you mind moving up? So if there is something on the other side of the door, which, by the way, given the structure, is not impossible, there's a seat of power ahead of here that we're ready to fight. And I'm not left standing here with my pants down.
Yeah, they're fancy. You should wear them.
Yep.
I'm glad you think they're fancy.
Aemon just holds his sword aloft, blood crusting at his nose and little drips from his ears.
They're all fancier out there. It's not. They're just hemmed nicely.
Thogrim, you hear something scrape in the other room as you were moving over.
Yeah, like, something's moving on that side.
Yeah, all right. Quick check for traps.
Thogrim's aiming. Actually, screw it. Thogrim's gonna come back a little bit.
Nothing active.
All right.
Thogrim's over here. If anything starts moving, he's...
Widget will blast off a haste as the door opens.
As the door opens.
As
Okay.
Aemon opens the door.
Sure, yes. Slake is
Are
pushing
you
the door
calling
open.
Thogrim in?
Aemon's pushing the door open.
Are you calling
Yeah,
Thogrim
you
in
should
for
be
a...
here. Yeah.
Okay, Thogrim will come in for that.
The smell of old burn incense. Well, I guess you guys have life bubble up, so you don't smell anything. There are moldy, rich tapestries that suggest that this room has been repurposed from its original Nagaji designs, or at least to cover up some of the designs. Where are we? There's a massive dais in front of you that resembles a like a big silver coin. Seated on a throne is a 12-foot tall, regal, well-muscled humanoid male with a flowing white beard and a purple toga. For those with the true sight up, you can see that it is merely an illusion that has been placed over a very rough creature of clay that is sitting at the seat and staring straight forward.
Clay Golem, kill it.
Well, I mean, the token says that, but is it a, like, was that a leap to a conclusion, or is it like just some sort of monster thing?
There are some minor offerings that look like that have been left at the feet of the clay golem sitting upon the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Like little pots full of coins, some necklaces, a weird potion bottle.
That's
It looks like it's been
token.
strewn through, like somebody's picked through it.
Mm-hmm.
There is a whisper of a language that is on the air when you opened up the door. And it's in Old Vulcane. Ye who seek Diderus' insight must first furnish tribute, that Diderus might work his mighty magic. Lay such tribute at my feet or depart.
Well, we're all hasted up with no place to go, so.
All right.
Agreed. Let's put it down.
This fancy asshole on the seat.
Break him.
He says he really likes magic, and if you give him money, he'll make more magic happen.
All right.
That's nice.
Okay.
We're not preserving history, right?
We are dispensing with lies.
Ah,
Thogrim again, eh?
Okay. And then we've got
How many actions again? Is this a surprise?
It is just sitting there, so you might be able to get a surprise
it's
round off of it.
give me tribute.
Yep.
So,
We're gonna kick it in the
We
shins.
offer you cannonballs.
Vital Strike,
We're doing
reload.
this stupid thing of
Vital
like
Strike.
this foe. It sits before you. And we walk up with spells. It says, "Give me money." It doesn't stand up. We're like, "Nah, fam, we're gonna shoot you." It's like, some fucky's happening for you. We all know that. We've all played this game long enough that this is gonna either be a very quick one-round thing or some sort of fucked up encounter. You're just sitting there menacingly.
So first one's a hit. Second one is.
You can't do 2 vital strikes though.
That's not. The first one's a vital strike. The
Okay.
second one's a regular hit.
All right, cool.
The second one
All right,
is.
Widget, surprise round. What are you
21.
doing? 2 actions plus a haste.
Initiative order. That's all.
2 actions plus
Oh.
haste.
Yep.
We are going to ready a. Oh, we're going to basic. Oh, I guess it's 2 actions plus haste. We're going to a Thogrim aimed for the face pots. I'm going to use a swift action to give Thogrim a +8 bonus on his attacks for the round.
Attacks?
You can do these aids at a range.
Yep.
Okay.
They have to be able to see or hear me, and I have to be able to. They have to see or hear their foe.
All attacks?
Actually, can they see him? Because he's
The
Thogrim can't see
doors
it.
are open.
Yeah, but there's no light in there, right?
Nope.
Thogrim has a. Yeah, Thogrim can see him. He has a 70-foot. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Thogrim can see 70 feet away.
Widget's just gonna move in, hide in the corner, and ready to hit something. He's just gonna.
Thogrim can see him. He's 70 feet away.
Okay, then I will move in, grant you a +8 bonus for the round,
Okay.
and then I will.
The round. Okay.
The clay golem must be inspired by a diviner because it always acts in the surprise round.
Mhm.
It stands up. Sorry, it's not its turn. That was UDM.
No. By all means, stand up for the shooting.
They are surprised. Barnabas, what are you doing?
It's getting out of the way of the cannon.
You keep standing with a cannon right behind
Yeah.
your hat.
As soon as we started combat, I'm like, why am I standing right in front of the cannon again? That's me. Barsong.
The loudest sneak ever.
Hey
you guys!
You bring your singing steel rod, and what are you saying?
Shoot the fucking thing's head off! Fucking kill it!
So violent. So
and
angry.
I think that should be good for the round. I don't think he doesn't anticipate it.
All right,
standing much
Thogrim and
longer.
Howie, surprise round with haste.
Okay, I did roll twice. I don't know if you want to take those or I can re-roll. I thought I was going first, so I rolled, but I can re-roll. 70, 20 plus 8. Hit 26 5 26 plus 38 touch.
These are both touch. Yeah, you hit AC 30 with AC 38.
Okay, so I aimed my vital, I attack. Howie's going to reload, fire. Howie gets to shoot.
How did you shoot twice?
I aimed.
Yep.
My vital strike, then I attack.
And then the Howie reloads, and then he.
Then Howie
haste attacks.
Howie.
How are you doing this in the surprise round?
You.
Oh,
got one
we
less
are
action.
surprised.
You
We are
have one less
okay. So one attack. Sorry,
And it's not vital.
I thought it was.
It's either a vital. Well,
You have to
Only
aim.
one.
he could vital strike in the surprise.
No, he has to
No,
aim.
because I have to aim.
Oh, and Howie can't aim.
Howie can't see that far.
You need one of them free runner shirts. Do you have a free runner shirt?
Solid crap. 6d6 plus
You don't-
17.
Free runner shirt. You need one of them.
34 damage.
Okay, what kind of ammunition?
Still the adamantine cannon shot.
He's not shot the clay thing with acid.
Okay.
And then Howie's going to do a shot.
Howie then on his turn.
Ooh. 19 plus.
He can't see it, so it'd be 50-50. But Howie
Howie missed.
reloads, aims, and he can't, and then haste attacks to fire.
He's got seeking, doesn't he?
It doesn't have a heart.
It doesn't have a heart though. Wait,
Oh,
Howie has. It's
right.
not seeking. Hold on, he's got
Is
the.
it-
Oh wait. Yeah, he has seeking. He has
Seeking
seeking.
only applies to things
No,
with hearts.
you're thinking about Heartseeker. This is
Heartseeker?
actually seeking.
Oh, seeking. Oh, the ranged one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. You're
Yeah.
correct.
So you
Seeking veers towards his target.
yeah. How he fires another cannonball into the clay golem.
Yeah. No.
It
the
looks
weapon-
like a wizard, but to Barnabus, I guess it didn't.
27.
And you're ticking off your cannonballs, right?
I use abundant ammunition bags.
Okay. You're ticking off your cannonball.
My cannonball. Yeah, I do that.
He
Yeah.
ticked off his ball.
Aemon.
Aemon will get in there. Bard's on is going now.
Yeah, when the cannonballs hit it, the illusion flickered a little bit, and you got sight of the golem.
38.
Yeah, it's sitting down. You go over and you slash at its legs and its
And
knees.
46. So I'm assuming adamantine +5 gets through.
At the DR is 10 adamantine and bludgeoning. So the cannonballs, I believe, are bludgeoning,
Yep.
but the sword is not.
Okay. This will be plus 20 DR10 or
Yep.
okay, so 44. 73 damage, and
That's including the DR.
that's including the DR, and he takes another 10 damage. I think Barnabus will hit him with a cure light after this.
Okay, 134. The clay golem, after receiving 2 cannonballs and a couple of slices from an adamantine sword, is very injured. The illusion flickers again, kind of giving you a sense of what you're actually fighting. However, there's a flash around its eyes, like it might actually be more intelligent than a standard golem. It acts in the surprise round as a free action. It casts haste on itself as a supernatural ability. It then is going to slam Aemon twice.
From the seated position?
Yep.
Yeah. Your baller. Get away from me. Okay.
Whack. +1 haste, -2 for it being seated. AC 32. Ah, damn it.
No.
All right. AC 47.
Nope. They're looking for AC 51. Well, it's 52 actually. Hastes up.
Okay, it then does a stupid thing and stands up.
Aemon will take his AOO.
Pushes on the chair and stands up.
AC 40.
AC 40 is a hit. It wobbles a little bit as you chip into it.
After DR, 49 points of damage.
Okay, it's cursed clay flying everywhere. It
Oh,
is
and Aemon.
the illusion of the wizard kind of flickering and failing.
Aemon takes a point of damage.
That's right, it's on the ground! Slake stomps into his style and has enough movement to go over and attempt an overrun.
He just stood up to
To get knocked down again.
Slake does get an AOO against him. He is raging. He doesn't have his tower shield out. It will take its AOO. AC 46. Slake's AC is 46. With his mutagen, it's 48. When he's raging, it's 46. He just got smucked. a fist comes down and kind of bops Slake on the top of the head for 2d10 plus 10 damage, bypassing Slake's his adamantine DR, but not his Forsaker DR, which is 5. Where is it? It's near his saving throws. Yeah, I think it's DR 10, if I'm not mistaken. DR 10, adamantine, DR 5, nothing. So he takes 20 damage. Off the 15 temp is 5. All right, now Slake is going to do his overrun.
Could Aemon have... Sorry, never mind. Too late. He did all.
Slake doesn't have his tower shield out. He is raging. He gets a 53 on the overrun attempt. It does beat it by 13, which is above 10. So not only does he successfully overrun, he does knock it prone. Now there's a whole whack ton of damage. So the first damage he takes is, because Slake ran into it, he's doing damage with his adamantine spikes. Now this is through Belay style, Belay Rampage, and I think maybe one other feat. 33 plus 17 for Rage, and then Barnabus, Bard Song running or not?
Yeah, it is.
Plus 4, and then minus 10 because it's not... I don't think it's bludgeoning. Yep. He does 45 damage for running into it. And then I believe he gets a AOO for it falling down in front of him. And this is through Greater Overrun. So he'll punch it. Hitting AC 55 would have been a critical threat. Yeah, against, but it's a golem. This is definitely bludgeoning. Doing 49 more damage. 80, 94, 7, 277. The creature is very, very injured. It's crumbling to pieces. That was Slake. Ghostly Librarian has been dispersed.
Yeah, for now.
Top of the round, Widget. This is the top of the first round of combat after the surprise.
Oh my god, what's happening? Kill the golem!
We're just gonna go and inspect this door.
Because as far as he's concerned, the fight is over.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a little Dane's ass kicked.
There was some tampering at this door. It does look like somebody was bleeding a little bit while tampering with the door to get it to open. And then Widget also hears stone lids scraping open in the next room.
Fuck. You guys might want to watch your backsides. Widget's gonna cast a greater invisibility, so when he attacks things, he doesn't turn visible. Yeah, shit's coming, and he'll ready to hit something with his whirligig if it gets near him.
All right. One thing pops out, opens its lid, climbs out. Climbs
Oh
out.
god, Slake is gonna be right. Slake should never be right.
One of them can't get out because of the immovable rod. What's the strength check to?
It's like
25, is it?
I thought it was 30.
It's pretty good. Like it's pretty decent.
Movable. I love these things. They're so fun. Every rogue should have 2 of them. It is DC 30 strength check to move the rod.
30.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're large, so they do get a size bonus.
They get a
too?
size bonus on the strength check. Yep.
Okay. Of +4.
I believe it's +4. I'm double checking right now.
Okay, this thing can't get out with a +4. It's not strong enough.
Hey guys.
But
Yes, it means
there are others. So there are snake things that are spinning around, opening their lids, and getting out.
Ah, I defeated one with my 4th level NPC treasure. Hey, get back in your box.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got too excited there. Aren't those cool looking?
Are you missing? You're
Those are super
missing
cool.
Yeah.
one here.
No, not all of them were full.
Oh, okay. Here to fill them.
You hear like clinking of bones against the ground and scrapes and. You can tell by the 5 lids crashing to the ground. There's at least 5 of them coming.
Oh, yeah.
5 creatures coming out, and that's what they're doing this round. We will call them undead dread abominations.
Those are 3 descriptors.
Barnabas, I heard you swearing to yourself for some reason.
Yeah. Fuck.
Do you want to stand beside the diviner golem, or wait for the dread undead abyssal abomination horrors, or whatever they were?
Yeah. None of this is awesome. All right, so
Slake was right. Never let him know that he was correct. Smash everything. Well, that was the right solution. So.
all right, Barnabas is going to.
You listened, or I didn't expect you to listen with the mosaic golems.
Oh, with the mosaic golems, it's like, sure, just trigger the trap and see what it does. It looks interesting.
I think Barnabas is going to cast. He's going to follow Widget's case, and yeah, greater invisibility is a good choice right now. All right.
They got this massive cannon to beat the crap out of. What are they going to hit you for?
And then he's going to just kind of make his way into the room here.
Okay. Floating into the room, Thogrim, Howie. The clay golem was pushed over unceremoniously back on the throne. It's not sitting. It's like laying across.
How he shoots same spot. Um, 18, 22?
No, that's touch. 22?
Touch. Touche.
Yeah.
Alright.
Touch AC 10.
25.
25 damage.
That sucked.
302. It's very close.
Fired. We'll reload and fire again.
And you're aiming for Howie.
Yeah, I'm. He's so. Yeah, I have to re-aim it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll shoot. Can he use my aim to shoot the second time? Because he's like still aiming at the same spot.
No.
Or do I have to re-aim for him?
Creatures move.
You have to re-aim after every shot.
Okay, so aim. He'll shoot. That's fine. Aim and he'll shoot again.
Yeah, how he's not an indirect fire thing, he's a direct fire. Indirect fire is just
I'll
like
take the shot myself.
You're carpeting an area and they get reflex saves and a bunch of...
Okay, I hit the golem.
Okay.
40 damage.
That destroys the golem.
Okay, so 1, 2. They said stuff behind us.
Yeah, you can hear the lids. Big stone lids popping off and hissing.
Step back, Howie. Reload and step back. Fire. Reload. Step back. Step here. Right to the edge.
And Thogrim has enough actions to follow.
Howie? Yeah, we still have another attack.
Okay, Aemon.
Fire. Yeah.
I think he's gonna delay until one of these things shows himself.
Slake kicks at some of the golem bits.
Burby.
And we'll wander over to this. Which way? Are we fighting in here?
May as well.
Slake will move over here, and he'll ready in action. Come on, you fuckers! I can hear you! I can hear you moving! Widget may have heard something scrape behind this door. You're muted.
Still muted.
There's something coming out of this one too, boys. The telepathic bond. I'm just gonna be real still, like.
I can't imagine how they knew we're here.
Hey, Thogrim, any ideas how they knew me?
How could they possibly have known?
It's like we had Slake, and we got the only way to be louder than Slake, running around the tower shield and yelling at things.
At least Slake is like draped himself in mithril, and like he's not.
With the thing is the tower shield.
Yeah, his ACP is only with the tower shield is -4. I think his armor check penalty is actually 0 right now. With all of his armor training and mithril, yeah, it's 0.
Legit. That's not too bad because it started out at -18.
Yeah.
So, originally,
a +2 stealth is not anything to write home about. And the sound of the rattling of his tower shield, but it's not as bad as it was. All right. I think, Widget, are you taking a ready or a delay, or are you just hiding?
I think there's noise from behind there. I think we're just going to delay.
Okay.
We're hiding. Well, we're remaining stealthed.
Whatever it is, it's not good, because in the back room here, you can hear sibilant spell casting.
Oh, motherfuckers.
Spellcraft?
Yeah, there are 5 spells being cast.
Cool. I can't see it being cast, so a little bit harder to, but I just need to get a sense of what's being cast.
As a party, we really gotta stop going to tombs without clerics.
34 is my lowest one. Everything else is 38 or higher. So, are they casting like shields or mage armors or mirror images?
What level spell? So 34 would be 19, 18,
8th level
9th
magic?
level. Yeah, okay, so you get them all. So you heard.
I hope they're not time stopping or some shit.
No, you heard 2 divine powers.
Holy balls!
You heard a invisibility purge.
Oh, there's whoever's got that one.
You heard one of them channeled negative energy. And another one
Cast message.
Message.
Clerks can't cast message, and they seem to be casting divine shit. At least I don't think they can cast message.
I don't think so.
One of them cast a dispel good.
Well, you got the wrong group for that, pal.
All right. So
That was a bold assumption.
one of them has decided to purge invisibilities. That's the one we gotta kill.
Which one?
Let me see him first. I don't think I can dispel through the wall, so
Yeah,
No.
yeah. You heard them even with walls.
Just as a thing, Marty, the divine power also adds that luck bonus to the strength check, so it might give Man in a Can a chance to break through.
Oh yeah, if it did you didn't hear this one cast, so instead of a +9, it's a +12. He needs a 30. So this round he doesn't break through.
Yeah,
He doesn't move the
he
immovable
can
rod.
he can do it.
He can do it. Barnabas.
Oh, I can see these guys coming down.
Yeah, you
All
could
right.
see them slithering over this sight 90 feet away. You guys haven't
Oh,
placed
I
the
can
place
hear
of
them.
light.
Maybe I don't know.
You can hear them. Yeah.
Wall of force if you want. Then we'll bottleneck them over in the north.
I think
Instead of having them come up both
wall of
ends.
force is concentration.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No. No.
I have
wall of-
I have one prepared.
There,
if you want.
wall of fire is concentration plus.
Well,
number
yeah,
of
I'm
rounds per
thinking
level.
that. You're right. Yes.
I have a wall of force. Don't worry, I'll cast that and bottleneck them up the north, up on that
Good.
side.
Go do that. He's just gonna throw a fireball down to where he knows the door is.
Okay.
Do you want to bottleneck him in the north, or do you want to bottleneck him in the south?
Fire rips across these two undead Yuan-Ti abomination. They're not quite skeletons. They have like stuffing and wrapping around them, and you might have just hit two mummified Nagaji.
I don't like that word. Use the M word.
Mummified Yuan-Ti abominations. And if I recall correctly, undead don't like fire.
Certain undead really don't like fire.
Aw, they're so evil and so corrupt with their souls are so corrupt that they're not vulnerable. But they do take damage from it.
All right. 39 damage. DC. I haven't got my cognitogen going, so 26.
Failed and made it.
Okay. So
It's almost like you
39.
hit the one at the door and the flames blossomed out from there and the other one just got scorched.
oh, they might be fucking mummies. And then he's gonna move back.
Feed them to the pool.
Hi, Aemon.
How much damage, Mark? 39?
39 and 19 to
Okay.
the one who saved.
Yep. They whispered in a mixture of Nagaji and Abyssal, feed them to the pool.
We were going there anyway. You didn't have to do that.
Thogrim and Howie. Boss, now I can hear something coming.
We'll take care of that. We're gonna focus our firepower, though, Harry.
Yes,
So
master.
move action to aim a haste attack
How are you
on
seeing that
the
far?
this fireball.
There was a brief moment where they were lit up. Yes.
So aim.
There were some books
haste.
and furniture strewn throughout the rooms. The little fires that
Yeah,
are
there's
lighting
books
up
and shit
just
still.
enough of it. Yeah, it's shadowy, but Howie is seeking, so his cannonballs will find their
We'll hit
way.
it. So I
Shall-
move action,
shall
aim,
strike
haste
true.
attack,
By Vulcan.
and then we're gonna cast Wall of Force with my other two with standard action here. Okay, 1, 2, 20. I'll hit the north guy. 19, I hit him. This is 66 plus 17. Got 35 damage.
These are adamantine.
You just still adamantine.
Okay, they've got DR 10.
How many minutes has it been since we fought the golems in the front? Because my adamantine my spell casts last 16 minutes.
Yeah, it's been like 5 minutes.
Okay, so we're still good. Okay, so yeah, he
35 damage becomes 25. They're a little bit protected by their wrappings and their undead flesh.
okay.
Still
Is
moving.
are the cannonballs okay? Because I thought the cannonballs were all are they good or something? Those bastards.
DR/nothing.
Double
They're just hard.
Okay,
They're tough.
so
Tough,
move haste attack, and then there's a wall of force being put up.
Ancient and evil embalming methods have made their undead flesh tough. Compounded by their evil necromancy, the cannonball bounces off.
There's a wall of force right here.
You have enough actions to do a wall of force after that?
Yeah, move haste attack, and then standard.
Okay, so basically where the doors were, there's a wall of force. So the doors are open this way. Okay. Thogrim Howie, we've got an Aemon.
Aemon's gonna wait till one of them shows their face.
Oh,
He's delaying still, I guess.
So
Slake
Howie's going to move. Sorry, Howie's going to move here and prepare to fire.
Hurry, open that fucking door, what?
Widget is going to undelay.
Okay.
Andale.
Undelay. He's going to move away from that door, and he's going to ready to AoE dispel that. He's going to throw a dispel there. Go away, invisibility purge. You suck.
That is a fine idea.
Alright, so he
Load.
moved,
Fire
and then
reload.
he's readying after delaying. So you basically dropped your initiative to after Aemon, because Aemon
Yep.
went before you. So that's like you got a -5 on your d20 roll.
Mhm.
No, minus
Yeah.
4.
Howie can see into both of those rooms. Good.
Okay. So Howie's got a readied shot.
He reloaded.
Yep.
He moved, and he has a ready shot.
Doesn't someone have to aim for him?
Sorry, he reloaded.
Yep.
He moved.
Yep.
Can he ready an aimed shot?
No. Those
No.
are 2 separate actions.
Then he's gonna. Then I told him that we're gonna focus firepower
if
here.
you had
He
an
can-
action left, you could ready to aim and for him. Like that's how you.
I can't.
Okay. Because you cast
Can he
it.
aim? Can he aim at the door like a specific square, and ready to fire when he sees a target in there? Because I did tell him to aim at the focus firepower here.
Cannons are direct fire, not indirect fire. So I don't think he can do that.
Okay, no problem.
He can take.
He already-
He doesn't see his foe yet, so he can ready to aim.
Okay, he'll ready to aim. That's good. Thank you.
All right. Aemon's delayed, and Widget is ready to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Slake You want him to open the door, or are we waiting for them to open the door?
He can open the door. It's fine. When has Slake been patient?
All right, he moves to the door and whips it open. That's unfortunately 2 actions.
Yep, wow.
And then he's angry that nothing's within reach, so he'll ready to attack a thing when it comes closer. You fucking bags of bones! Oh, fuck, I heard you casting magic!
Teach dog.
All right, the undead dread
bunch of
abominations.
That's funny.
Yeah, so a bunch of readies. So Thogrim, how he can't see a foe yet, it's 35 feet away, so
Yep.
he's
Okay.
still ready to aim.
Yeah.
Aemon can, the ready's Widget cast a
Okay.
spell.
So we're just gonna AOE dispel over there.
Okay.
This is with the mythic point, so caster level 19.
You're dispelling a spell on each of them? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, the AOE
Okay.
version.
Yep.
So, 1d20 plus 18 minus 11. 18th level magic.
If you don't dispel it, we're fucked.
Okay. So, yeah, they're not 18th level casters, so this one's Dispel Good goes away.
Hey.
Light kind of crackling off of it, and the invisibility purge that flowed into the room goes away.
Woo!
The
For a second there, I almost got
The
touched by
invisibility purge was about, I think it hit some of you as the door opened. Give you an idea.
5 feet per caster level, I think.
Which wait, were the spells coming from this room?
Yeah, I don't think the invisibility purge got any of you. You guys were
We don't know, like, so
You-
I don't
yeah.
know that the invisibility purge went down.
Yeah.
So I'm still.
You can
worried
hear
about
some
it.
pops and crackles and.
We'll get it, boys.
Alright, so that was widgets readied. Now they can see a Slake, and this thing. They know what spells they've put down. We see foes. That's fine. First things first.
You think I'm gonna let you invisibility purge?
There's
faster?
a 30-foot of despair aura that is around these things as they approach Slake. That's
Despair aura.
Slake is still affected by fear.
I'm never gonna be a real dwarf.
The mythic rust monster might be. Oh god.
All right. The fear effects are DC 22. Slake's will save is 13. He does have bravery +4 because of all of his levels of fighter as his gestalt. Is 17. And is Bard Song running?
Bard Song is running, yeah.
Okay, so +21. So don't roll ones. He's just roaring at them. He's not even talking to them anymore. Okay.
Reach me, you cowards.
The one with 2 heads in the back will recast Invisibility Purge.
No.
No, no. is Widget doing some sort of?
No. No. He will counter it. I don't know if he wants to be in there, quote unquote, but no, he spent a mythic point and will
Okay.
sacrifice a insect scouts to make this not happen. He'll sacrifice Wall of Nausea because I don't think that's going to be needed today.
All right, so you sacrifice one of your spells and it automatically counters?
Yep.
And then do you get to like run over and attack it?
I
or-
could run over and attack him. I'm thinking about it. There's a problem. It's like so. All right, we are hasted. You know what? We are gonna run over there and attack him. Hopefully, they don't have blind sight. So it was which one? Which one cast that?
The one that's crawling on top of the box.
Okay. Widget's going to scoot there. Thing is, he might know. He'll know where I am. You know what? We will forego the smackening, the AOing, because
Okay.
it's gonna then just bite my ass. I don't want my ass bit.
So it casts a spell and it moves and it's pushing the door open.
Opening the other door.
Yeah.
How he aims?
How he takes his ready to action and is aiming at that one. Yep. Okay, so that was this one's turn.
Mhm.
This one. Sees Slake. I think we'll do the one in the back first. The one in the back raises one of its clawed hands and points at Slake and casts a spell. This is a spell-like ability.
Okay.
And is going to try to transform Slake into a little itty-bitty snake.
Somewhere Sunny is smiling.
And it's a baleful polymorph, and I think there's this whole bunch of...
That's a spell-like ability.
My favorite animal's a rock.
Okay,
His
so
favorite animal's like a
first,
hermit crab.
first Slake is immune to magic, and even if he wasn't, then his SR would kick in. So basically, the spell fails, but you do see that... You now know that 1T abominations can turn creatures into little snakes. Barnabas knows that from some of the etchings and carvings you can see, you saw abominations feeding little snakes to their young.
Nice. Nice.
And then this one is going to 5-foot step in. Actually, it doesn't have to. It's going to attack Slake from there. And I think it's a slam and then an attempt to grapple.
Yeah, this is why we don't go in there. it's a tarp in there.
AC 35, the tail comes slapping down. Slake pushes it off to the side. There's a lot of dust that raises from the creature. And that was one attack. Then one of its mouths, a couple of them have two heads, like they're really weird. Is going to try to bite Slake. For a moment, he catches the jaws and he holds them open and pushes them back. And then the third attack comes really close again. While he's like manhandling one of the heads, the other head comes in. He basically sticks his elbow into the thing's mouth, and it's chomping on his elbow plate. All right.
Good.
And this one slithered forward when after it tried to baleful polymorph Slake. Then we've got these two that are just going to whip down the hallway and run into your
Boom.
run into your wall of, your wall. And I guess they spend a move going back, like they're now gonna go that way. Barnabas.
Well, I think in Barnabas's
Oh,
experience...
the last one needs a
strength check.
He needs an 18 or higher.
yeah, 18 or higher. No, he's still stuck. The immovable rod is still trapping him in his box. Barnabas, sorry.
I think in Barnabas's experience, neither snakes nor divine casters fly. So he's going to cast a Hungry Pit right in between. Oh, hang on. These two.
Okay. A Hungry Pit's 10-foot radius with a
10 foot with an extra 5 feet where you get a
Okay.
bonus on your reflex save.
All right, so a 10-foot pit with a ramp around it.
Yep.
All right, and they get reflex saves.
Reflex saves. DC 28.
Because mummies are known to have.
Excellent reflex.
Excellent reflex saves. Just the mighty.
Oh, you're such an asshole. Okay.
Jeez, thanks. You know, when I picked this spell, I questioned how often am I going to be able to use it.
How does 24 and 19?
Well, it sounds like you're falling 100 feet into a hungry pit.
Oh, God. All right, so one of them falls before the other. So let's do the damage of the first one that falls in. We'll say the one with one head has one less thing to grab a hold on to things, and it slides into the pit. It takes a 10d6 damage.
10d6 from the fall. 38.
Okay. And then it's prone at the bottom.
Yep.
And then this one falls on top of it. So give me a
37 damage.
37 damage, and I'm going to say the one underneath it takes half more because it got crunched.
Yeah.
40, 55.
Double check if I do the damage this round. Sorry.
What the fuck? The floor just opened up.
That's weird.
Fucking liars! I jumped down and killed them all.
And another 46 from the bludgeoning damage.
The hungry pit is actually chomping. Okay.
Yeah.
It's bludgeoning. Okay, so this they'll get their DR for. They take an extra 2 each.
All right.
All right, 2 of the enemies disappear into an extra-dimensional pit. What is the climb check to get out?
35?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 35.
Even with a +8 climb bonus for having a climb speed, that's a hard time.
That's all, yeah.
It's hard to climb even with the climb speed.
Yes.
Okay. It's a 5th level pit spell, so
It's a 5th level pit spell, yeah.
but
it's countered with a fly spell or
Or air.
Yeah. However,
It's called air slither.
That's fine. Sorry, whose turn is it, Marty? I apologize.
yeah, I was just looking to see if they had airwalk prepared or if they have airwalk as a spell ability, and they have snakes.
Baleful Polymorph is pretty rude. Again, without priests. When we don't have priests. There's all sorts of fucked up and undead stone shit. Sonny! Help! We had a boo-boo.
This little snake's head biting me is Barnabus.
Just a bunch of snakes. It'll be 4 months later. Slake finally walks home with a bag of snakes. A bag of garter snakes.
All right. Well, they still have some things, but I'm not seeing. Anyways, we'll get to their turn when their turn is there. Thogrim and Howie. There's still one that pushed its way into the room.
Howie's
It is the one with the invisibility purge, and the invisibility purge is.
The invisibility purge didn't go.
Oh, that's right.
It didn't get invisibility purge.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the vital strike.
Invisibility purge, go away.
Yeah. Howie's got this one in his targets. He's aimed at this one. Master.
So I'm doing the vital strike.
Wham.
Yeah.
Touch AC like 14. 13.
18. 96. There we go.
Becomes 86.
Okay. Howie reloads.
Bones.
Aims.
Its little bones from its long torso go flying.
I strike again. I strike again! I have a plus 31 at this point. So, 33. Or,
Yeah, Thogrim
So
created a little
20.
killing field in there. Let's funnel them in through here.
damn. Plus 18. 30, 25 damage, minus your DR, so 25 damage. 25.
111.
So, battle strike, attack. Oh, I'm gonna move in.
And
Oops.
they have... Okay, it's bloodied.
How high is the ceiling?
15 feet.
Okay. Thogrim's at the ceiling level.
Okay.
Move a little bit back.
Aemon,
There you go.
delayed.
So, reload,
Yeah.
aimed.
Aemon will join Slake up here.
Okay, it'll take its AOO as you approach.
Okay.
It will attempt a slam. AC 46.
No. And Aemon, I have been forgetting to add his bonus from his mutagen to hit, so... Bard's on
What is
going.
Aemon's AC?
His AC with haste is 52.
Wow. Just a...
Tanking it up.
Yeah, I guess with his mutagen, he has
His
plus
mutagen's a
5 full
plus 4.
plate.
Yeah. Plus 5 shield. Armor focus, shield focus.
Wow, the cohort has an AC of 52. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was designed to stand in the way.
No, yep.
That's 24, 27 plus 8, 35, 36. AC 43
Yeah, he hits the abomination,
and
biting into its ancient armor with a clang.
and 37.
Also a hit.
All right. DR just awesome
10.
or
Yeah.
DR 10. All right. Plus 46 plus 44. 71 after DR.
Nice. The thing has
And 6 damage to Aemon.
71. The thing has collapsed.
Nicely done.
Scattering bones everywhere. The necromantic energy. There's a lot of bad smelling dust hanging in the air.
Life bubble, please. Can't spell shit, Captain. I don't know if it protects.
Yeah, give me a second. So let's hold on here for a second. So when Aemon moved, he had to make one of those fear saves.
He is immune to fear because he's got greater heroism.
Okay. When Thogrim moved over, he moved within the radius of the fear.
Yeah, and you need...
A will save,
Need a
DC
save.
22. Otherwise, you didn't take any of your shots.
Oh, I did the first one I did... no, his last thing, he fired both shots from there, and then he moved up.
Then he moved. That's fine.
So you might be.
It was still alive when you moved into its aura.
No problem.
So you gotta make a save.
Yeah, no, I'm getting there.
This is versus 1d4 rounds of paralyzation. All right, so you're
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
fine. So everyone's at least saved against that one, and then Aemon destroyed it. All right, that was Aemon's go. Widget.
Yeah. How tough you think those things are?
They're pretty tough. Now that we've got a second to breathe.
Okay, well, we're just gonna scootle over here, and we are going to ready to halt undead the two that are going to be coming around the corner as they walk around the doodly doo.
Yep. Slake has half a mind to go jumping down the pit.
The hide is too thick to kill. I'll have to cut it from the inside.
I think he just waits.
He takes a 5-foot step back, so he doesn't make saving throws against the pit.
Javelins?
No, he only has to make saving throws in that
Oh, okay. Right.
in that other area. Yeah, it starts to grade downwards to the pit there, but he'll take a 5-foot step back so they can't throw stuff at him.
You could. He's got a shit ton of holy water. Start throwing holy water on him.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Start dumping your holy water on him.
Yeah,
You got a whole drowning bucket of this stuff.
that's true. Give me a second. He has to retrieve from stowed items probably this massive barrel. Let me see. He carries the barrel.
I've got an idea.
It's a small barrel with 290 flasks of holy water in it.
It's been probably one of the waterboard liches.
He's taking straps off and like freeing this keg of holy water. Oh, you're fucked now! You're fucked now! He'll stop his rage this round because he doesn't suffer fatigue.
Was this thing considered a grenade for Slake?
He's not going to throw the whole thing. He's going to start dumping splashes down on it. Widget's got a ready to action. Slake is doing a thing. Anyone who speaks Infernal, there's a wave of telepathic thought that is speaking Infernal in your minds.
I do not.
Who is there?
Barnabus does.
Yeah, so
Aemon
does,
probably
so
does.
does,
Who's there? Who's there?
Thogrim thinks. Does Thogrim recognize the voice?
No.
Is this the Bob Devil that was seen earlier?
Yes. Are you with the cult? The cult?
This one seems
No.
really agitated, like really skittish.
Oh. In fact, my Avernadon here works for Adram Malik.
Avernadon. Ah, perhaps we can come to an accord. We fought undead.
Yes, we're in the middle of that now.
Do you require any assistance?
Not at this time.
We're
Do
in,
you?
we're in the room to the right of the throne as you sit upon it.
We'll be there shortly.
We'll be waiting.
Who's we?
You get the sense that they're not his superiors and they're not his inferiors. There might be more than one. Or at least more than two, because one of them
Me
is
and
dead.
my Baylor. Oh, fuck.
Wrong.
It would be if he's in there with a Baylor. There's all sorts of questions. I've got multiple plethora
Yeah,
of questions about how this happened.
Demon devil.
All right, undead abominations. The one trying to break out of the. Hey, no. Okay.
Everybody's stuck in a hole.
And then these guys stand up, I guess, and they're
Yep.
kind of squished at the bottom.
Is this the same round as the two down here? Do these guys get to move, or
Yeah,
did
they're
they?
going to move in a second.
Okay. Cool.
They know that there are creatures in here. and they can hear Slake moving around. They're going to flame strike here and flame strike here.
I was like, ooh.
Maybe they gotta make concentration checks. They'll probably make them.
Oh yeah, because there's continuous damage. Yeah,
Technically speaking,
they
continuous
took 2 damage. Their concentration is
It would be DC 12 plus spell level.
17. So they have, if they roll a 1, they fail. So that one that actually got Slake and hey, it failed. They get jostled around, and yeah, the only one goes
Didn't
off.
expect the wall to punch you in the face, did it?
What would it cast?
Flame strikes.
Flame strikes.
But the one that actually mattered, they failed their concentration check. Another flame strike ripped off just south of where Slake and Aemon were. Yeah, they stood up, cast a spell. They're trying to like half climb, and they're not getting anywhere. And then these two are booting.
Boot scooting. There's one. Cab out here. Whoa. They're coming together, right?
Yep.
Okay, so when they're here, the ready to action will go off, and I will halt them. You can wait over there for their turn.
So you can hit them both with Halt Undead?
Yeah, up to 3 creatures.
Okay.
Hold that pose, will you?
Now, their will saves are going to be better than their reflexes.
Mm.
As priests, I would expect.
They're undead, so they might be charisma people.
32 and 18.
18 doesn't make it.
Okay, so he's the halted.
Well, one of them strapped back there.
All right, and this one's going to finish scooting up.
Bite-sized meal.
Okay, Thogrim has to make the 60-foot.
No, it's 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Slake has to make one.
Does Howie have to make it as well?
Oh, Slake failed.
Against the
dreadful aura of the...
Bonus from fighter?
Yeah, rolled a 1.
Oh.
We don't have does our bard have remove fear?
Give me a second.
Our bard has purging a saving finale.
Slake has stalwart and slippery mind.
I don't know if I'm close enough, man.
You'll get
to roll every
Slippery
7
mind.
rounds.
You can roll again next
Stalwart
round.
won't help.
Okay. The effect...
Slippery mind is only certain effects, though. So it's...
The effect is he's paralyzed with fear. Is paralysis a thing he's immune to paralysis.
Oh, so then... No.
And
this is not an enchantment spell, so
it's
Slippery
not.
Mind doesn't work.
He is immune to the secondary effect if he makes the save or even if he fails. How does
Stalwart is when you make a save, you don't take secondary effects.
Okay. So Slake is immune to paralysis, so he's basically shaken for
A while.
6 rounds.
Oh! You're ugly.
Barnabus will still do a saving finale.
He's shaken is -2. He's not running away.
All right.
It's saving finale is a spell.
It's a first level spell. I've got 13 of them.
It's Slake.
Oh, fuck! You're right.
You're gonna break your kneecaps and then shove like.
No, you're right. You're right.
All right, and then I think Aemon is also within the 30-foot radius.
He's immune to fear.
Immune to fear. Okay, because of greater heroism. All right, that was the not so effective turn of these horrible abominations.
Barnabas is tired of his bodyguard not fighting.
Yeah, well,
His will save is +10 or something.
It's
you guys have done a good job at keeping these things at bay.
Yeah, let's just stay over there. You know,
Barnabas, what are you doing? Your crushy walls do damage to these. 46 -10. So
No
nothing.
damage.
All right.
All right, Barnabas is gonna fly over here.